The NCIS Origins premiere demonstrates that the film's marketing misrepresented its true plot and its relationship to Mark Harmon's Leroy Jethro Gibbs. The stern head of the major case response team in Washington, D.C., served as the public face of the CBS police procedural for 19 years. Losing Harmon's Gibbs in 2021 was a significant turning point because he remained essential to the NCIS narrative even as the show's universe changed. In the flagship project NCIS Origins, a prequel to the franchise, he makes a comeback and reveals how he rose to prominence within the organization. This was purportedly the main idea behind the first-period spin-off of NCIS. Gibbs' transformation from a distraught family man embarking on a new life as a field agent to the pinnacle of justice and principle at Navy Yard was the subject of NCIS Origins. Undoubtedly, given how much of Harmon's character's personal life was explored in the original NCIS series, there was anxiety and even criticism about this new program. The fact that it occupied the time slot of the contentiously cancelled NCIS Hawaii didn't help either. This isn't Gibbs' story, though, as the NCIS Origins premiere makes clear. NCIS Origins was marketed as Gibbs' NCIS origin story, as the title implies. All of the show's promotional materials prior to its premiere made reference to this. For the most part, it also adhered to this idea during its special 2-episode NCIS Origins pilot, Enter Sandman Part 1. In Enter Sandman Part 2, the bereaved former Marine joins Mike Frank's squad at Camp Pendleton, months after the murders of Gibbs' first wife and daughter, Kelly and Shannon. In his first case on the job, a grieving sniper murders the woman he loves. The mystery is typical NCIS fare overall. However, Gibbs' personal narrative makes it so much more interesting. That includes the revelation that he failed his psych evaluation to be a field agent and the tense visit from his estranged father, Jackson Gibbs. Meanwhile, Harmon's NCIS Origins narration offers something new even to longtime followers of the franchise, as it's the first time that the usually guarded character shares his innermost thoughts. Between reinventing Gibbs and its new fantastic ensemble, NCIS Origins already had a solid foundation to be successful. Apparently, however, everything that was known about the spin-off was a lie, as Harmon's old Gibbs reveals in his final monologue of Enter Sandman Part 1. NCIS Origins is about Lala Dominguez Muriel Molino's new character and an already established member of Frank's. When the part of Lala was initially revealed, she was promoted as a new character that would be the female co-lead of Austin Stowell's Young Gibbs. It was also suggested that she may someday be a love interest to the mourning father and spouse. There are some hints that this may happen down the line, as Franks himself crassly pointed out. As it is, however, Lala and Gibbs' relationship in NCIS Origins is difficult, largely because she doesn't think that he is ready to be a field agent, considering the loss that he recently endured. While the program scarcely reveals anything about Lala's destiny, her talk with Vera Strickland about Gibbs ending up leading her to be killed might be worrisome. Harmon's character in the main NCIS series wasn't a talker in general, but he was particularly reticent about the traumas in his life. That was why no one knew about what happened to Kelly and Shannon until he faced a close fight with death. It's conceivable that the reason Lala was never brought up in NCIS was because she likewise had a horrible fate. Regardless of what precisely happens with Lala, it's apparent that she will be a significant part of Gibbs' journey. NCIS Origins co-showrunner David J. North confirms this in a post-episode interview. If Lala and Gibbs wind up becoming amorous, it will modify the assumption that the reason why his other marriages never succeeded was because he was still hung up on Shannon and her death. Meanwhile, if Lala ends up dying because of Gibbs, exactly as she foretold, it might add to the spate of misfortunes that Harmon's character has encountered throughout his lifetime.